Hi guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Big problems where now at Arsenal Football Club. I didn't really watch the game, so I'm not going to really go on a review or comment about the game, but they are in big trouble and they are currently in turmoil at Arsenal now. First three games, a 4-3 against Leicester that they've literally only just won. 1-0 defeat to Stoke, and now they've just been battered at Anfield by 4-0 by Liverpool. So I think the Arsenal fans, maybe were crying now that they want Arsene Wenger out. They've wanted him out for the majority of the time. It was 4-0 to Liverpool. I didn't watch the game. I know the goals. I can't remember. I think it was Firmino. Manny got his name on the score sheet. Daniel Sturridge got his name on the score sheet, and Arsenal are in deep trouble, and they've been in trouble for quite a while. And they've only got Lacazette in there. They've got another player in there, and they could lose 3 or 4 players now. Could Arsenal Football Club. So this is worrying times for Arsene Wenger and Arsenal Football Club. They're frustrated with lack of investment in the window. They haven't got deals finalised. But yeah, as I did say today, actually Sanchez were featuring in the game. It's the first time he started this season. He hasn't played any football since the Confederations Cup. I had a feeling he may start today. Chamberlain, it looks as though realistically he wasn't going to start. Also, Chamberlain featured in their game today, and there's a few of these players that are linked with moves away from Arsenal Football Club. But anyway, Marco Asenio, Arsenal apparently now are looking to trigger the 20-year-old 75 million release clause for this player. Is a player that's risen up the ranks fantastically well. Is a player that scored 2 fantastic goals against Barcelona in the Cup when Real Madrid have thrashed them. He also scored in the Champions League final last season, and he's risen up the ranks. And they've also Real Madrid, I think, have turned a bid down from Paris Saint-Germain, who are also investing a lot of money in this transfer window. Apparently Arsenal are looking to trigger the 20-year-old 75 million release clause, but apparently this Spanish expert has come in and he's currently disregarded it. He has currently dispelled the myth of Arsenal having any chance whatsoever of signing Marco Asenio from Real Madrid. He's currently dispelled the myth. He's currently disregarded this situation, but I think he is in negotiation with Real Madrid. He's in contract talks, and I presume Real Madrid will hope they can secure him a new deal. Obviously, still fighting, because he does want that first team football. 20-year-old lad would want that first team football, but he did fantastically well, fulfilling Ronaldo's spot last season when he wasn't playing. He's an attacking midfielder, he can play on the left as well, but when you've got Isco, Bale and that there, etc., plus Ronaldo, it's going to be hard for him to get that first team football. For the young 20-year-old lad who's risen up the ranks, good in the air, very good with the ball, very good prolific goal scorer. So Arsenal have targeted this current player, but I think he'll be fighting to try and get first team football. If he isn't going to get guaranteed first team football, Arsenal prepared to meet the 75 million release clause. Then he could then merely make the move, could Marco Asenio, but they've been in for Lemar of Arsenal. That's come to a conclusion. They've had 2 bids rejected for him. They've had discussions, and that has just now come to a conclusion about Lemar. I presume Lemar now will be staying at Monaco. Monaco have lost a majority of these players in this their players in this transfer window. So yeah, well, they all obviously said Kieran Gibbs looks like he's going to Watford. That's one player. Obviously, we know Gabriel's already gone from Arsenal. But the Mustafi situation, reports said, but well, actually, Wenger's clarified he's open to the move, but he's looking to recoup about £35 million, which initially they paid last summer for Mustafi. I think Mustafi, who played fantastically well last season, he's only been at Arsenal this season. He played fantastically well in the first half of last season, but he was poor in the second half. He became a bit of a flop. Arsenal paid £34 million for him last summer from Valencia. He hasn't really said much regarding his future as Wenger, but apparently he is open to the move, and Arsenal are looking to recoup these funds. And the Italy press had confirmed yesterday, and Di Marzio had announced that he had agreed to join Inter Milan Mustafi, and he's risen up the ranks fantastically well. Is this Mustafi, and a lot of these players, want to make the move because they haven't got Champions League football, and especially now with Arsenal losing 2 already this season, there's going to be even more pressure on Sanchez leaving, Chamberlain leaving, and these are refusing to sign new deals at Arsenal Football Club, and you've got Chamberlain there. Chelsea have been in negotiations, have had a 25 million bid rejected. They're prepared to put 35 million bid in. Liverpool are strongly interested in Chamberlain as well, who participated today. They had discussions. Arsenal over contract talks with Chamberlain, have given him £180,000 a week. Chamberlain has currently turned this down. Arsene Wenger still convinced he will stay and see out his deal, but I think Chamberlain wants to make the move who Arsenal paid £15 million for. But I think Chamberlain does want to make the move. Liverpool are strongly interested. Chelsea is still interested in Oxlade. Very versatile, very good in the air, very quick. He's been playing as a wing back so far this season for Arsenal, but I'm not quite sure where he'll be going, to be quite honest with you. Oxlade. Chamberlain, guys, I'm not quite sure, but he's coming to an end of his contract. Ozil as well, he's been demanding a £225,000 a week from the club. I think Arsenal are struggling to meet this up. Apparently Ozil has now been linked with Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund have found that interest now in Ozil. Could Ozil possibly make the move, because he's been he's been in Germany before, hasn't he? He's also been at Real Madrid. He's been at Madrid. I think he's been at where else has he been now? I think he's been at Wolfsburg. I might be wrong. But yeah, apparently Borussia Dortmund are interested, because obviously now they can offer him a decent wage, even though he's coming to the end of his contract, because obviously they've raised the funds for Dembele's departure of Borussia Dortmund. They have raised the funds for Ousmane Dembele, so they could use the majority of them funds to try and get Mesut Ozil from Arsenal. So that's another player that could possibly go. You've got Sanchez there, who City are still very, very interested. They may try and make a final attempt to try and get him for £70 million. Sanchez, first game today, hasn't played any football since the Confederations Cup. We know the player's just recovered from injury. He's due to go to Chile next week. He's Alexis Sanchez, £70 million, and that may then persuade Arsenal to offload him. He's rejected £300,000 a week from Arsenal. He's demanding he wants £400,000 a week. City are convinced they can still complete the signs of Johnny Evans. They want that centre-back. They're still convinced they can still possibly get Sanchez before the window ends. Arsene Wenger would want to cash in on the player, though, because he comes free next summer, but they could cash in for the player now. City have not bought a bid in yet, but I think if they were to put £70 million in, that would let then Arsenal offload him. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons. He's approached Paris quite a few times as Alexis Sanchez, and he's quoted out he wants Champions League football, does Alexis Sanchez. And the way things are going now, with Arsenal performing at the start of the season, that there'll be more pressure on him maybe than to leave the club. So Arsenal are in turmoil. They are in deep trouble, are Arsenal guys at this moment in time. But we'll get on some latest news about the Mbappe situation. Apparently reports were breaking out yesterday that Paris Saint-Germain had been negotiations of getting a deal finalised and secured for £166 million. It still is not fully completed yet. Mbappe, who has not played a game since the 4th of August, I think. Monaco have tried securing him a new deal with the speculation that's been going around him, but he's refusing to secure a new deal, is Mbappe. But apparently PSG were not heavily linked there in the pole position. Now he does want to make the move, but I still think that Monaco would rather sanction him off to Real Madrid than their current French rivals. But obviously we know numerous teams have been interested in Kylian Mbappe. I still think he's going to currently make the move as Mbappe. I still think he's going to make the move, Mbappe, but obviously they will struggle to comply with financial fair play. Will PSG, because obviously looking to recoup some funds for this matter with the financial problems, looking to raise funds. Obviously they've offloaded Matuidi, they're looking to offload Di Maria, they're looking to offload Sergio Ara, so they will recoup funds. There's been talks possibly with the Mbappe deal that PSG are going to offer a player or two as part of their deal, so they're still. So they can get Fabinho, so they can get Mbappe, and they could offer a couple of players to Monaco. I think Lucas Moura was Monaco's favourite player, but he doesn't want to make the move. He's no intention of leaving. Julian Draxler been in mentioned quite a few times. So PSG are still convinced they can get a deal done for this. Obviously, before we know. Madrid had agreed £180 million, but with the wage he was demanding, it didn't satisfy Real Madrid, and obviously PSG have offered him better financial terms of PSG. And when this deal does get finalised, it will come over, including Neymar deal, to over £400 million in transfer fees with the Mbappe situation. A very good player for France, still 18. He's going to become, the world's most expensive player anyway. Well, world's most expensive young player when the deal comes to an agreement. Plausibly, I presume he will be signing a 5-year deal or 4-year deal with Paris Saint-Germain. He scored 20 odd goals last season, did Mbappe as well. Hit the scenes fantastically well in the Champions League as well. But him in the mix with Neymar, him in the mix with Cavani, PSG should be favoured to win this. Don't know what's going to be happening with Jackson. I think PSG may be reluctant and resisted to offload him, considering they only got him back in January as well, so they may not offload Julian Draxler, guys. Anyway, let's get into the latest news about Philippe Coutinho. Now, apparently, I think this is going to come to an agreement now, and Liverpool have made it clear that Barcelona have to agree a fee with Liverpool and the player by Monday, or apparently this transfer will be off. So if you haven't agreed a fee with this by Monday, it could be currently off, could this. Anyway, there has been negotiations going on, as I updated you earlier. The owners, I think it was Friday or Saturday, they had a meeting, they had discussions. The owners have approached the players' representatives, had discussions, and apparently he will be allowed to leave Liverpool with Coutinho, as long as Barcelona are willing to meet what Liverpool are demanding. Apparently, in the meeting, there was talks about Liverpool have held a price tag of £147 million out for Philippe Coutinho, and if this is met, apparently he will be sanctioned off. And we know there has been discussions going on with this. We know Coutinho's agent has been to Barcelona. Barcelona have been to England to try and get the deal finalised. It's been in 72, an 89, 114. And Barcelona prepared to put £138 million in for the player. But now I think Liverpool are demanding £147 million. So I think since this meeting, Liverpool have softened the stance over Philippe Coutinho, but they will be thinking for replacements for Coutinho before the current transfer window ends. We know the current player's still injured. Liverpool played fantastically well today, so he could prove they can play very, very well without him. He's still injured, is Coutinho. I think he's set to be travelling to Brazil for international duty as well. It did say on the report. 14 goals, 7 assists last season. Now that Barcelona, have got Nelson Semedo, Paulino, Deulofeu and Dembele and that in there, they're looking to add Coutinho into the mix. The current ex-Inter Milan player, he's been at Liverpool 4 years. His performances have been absolutely fantastic as well, and I think he elevates at a higher level, when he's alongside Suarez and Messi and all that. Messi scoring his 350th goal for the club the other day as well, so he just broke a record as Messi, absolutely fantastic. Speculation of him going to Manchester City is now, I presume, not going to happen either. But Liverpool are going to raise money for this. Liverpool still need a number 9. They still need someone at the back with 11. We know Coutinho's got a 5-year deal with the club. We know Barcelona directors being convinced that Barcelona can get a deal finalised. But there has been furthermore talks. It confirmed earlier on, and it seems to me that the owners have disregarded it, and they basically clarified that we're not willing to accept any offers. Coutinho's been unhappy with their negotiations being going, as he put the transfer request in a couple of weeks ago, and this was currently rejected by the Liverpool board. But I think now, I presume that more talks have been held, they have currently softened their stance in this situation regarding Coutinho. So I think they have tomorrow to agree a free, which I presume they will, and then he will be on his current way to Barcelona. Will Philip Coutinho, and apparently Dan Ball and the Spanish publication have just reported anywhere they're edging closer to Coutinho, and they're even close to signing Di Maria as well from PSG. So PSG are going to raise funds for that as well, guys. They're going to raise funds for that. So anyway, guys, put your comments likes below. What do you think of the Marco Asenio situation? I'll just update you again. Arsenal preparing to trigger his 75 million release clause. The prepared to trigger his 75 million release clause. This player, PSG have been interested. He's rejected PSG. He scored 2 stunning goals against Barcelona. He scored in Champions League final last season. He has risen up the ranks fantastically well, but he can play as an attacking mid. He can play on the left, but it's going to be hard for him to get that game time that he currently wants. You know, he wants that game time. You know, when Ronaldo's there, when he's scoring Bale's there, it's going to be hard for him to get ahead of all them. The young 20-year-old. I think Real Madrid are in talks, in contract talks with him to try and maybe secure him a new deal at the club. But I think for the player, he's not going to get guaranteed first team football. He may want to make the move, Marco Asenio. He may definitely want to make the move. Wait there, guys. So yeah, he may want to make the move, but as I did say, the Spanish expert has dispelled the myth of Arsenal having any chance of currently activating or getting Marco Asenio from Real Madrid. So anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this situation. Put your comments, likes below on the channel. Subscribe as always, as I keep saying, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.